So, it's Hallie. Welcome back to the Take-Two stream series. Let me just fix that volume real quick. Okay, so, just before the stream here, I was doing a cursory glance over like the route-based exclusive scenes to see if there were anything else that was worth text hunting for, and I found just a couple things. So, before we go and finish Monika's route, I wanted to do one last little pass where we dredge up some rare text. Basically, first we need to pick Natsuki. Wait, no, we need to pick Tiff first. Tiff first, then Natsuki, then Monika. And we'll need to like get Shiro for the weekend, is the plan. And that'll show off just a little bit more rare text before we get the heck out of Act 5. Other things that, all the other tangents are like related to Act 1 choices. And probably not worth really going over the whole thing for. Hello, Lorana. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you're here again. Because, yeah, that sparks just a few interactions that I thought were interesting enough to show off. Just gotta write a bunch of poems again. But it's okay. We're experts at this by now, right? So, starting with... Did I say Natsuki or Tiff? Oh, hold on a second. The order matters because both of them involve Tiff going to the manga closet, and it kind of changes the interaction depending on which one happened first. Let me just double check. I'm checking my own code to make sure I've got this right. Just hold on. You're not going to see what I'm doing. Let me just make sure really quick. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there looks like there's a relatively substantial difference if Natsuki goes second. But what about the other one? If Natsuki's second, there's a difference. But if Tiff is second, what about her? Oh, it kind of goes in both directions. Yeah, the interaction is like a little bit different either way. It might be a little funnier if I do Tiffany second. Let me see here. Or should we just do both? Should we do them and then do them the other way around? With this combination of days, I feel like you're reading off instructions for a magic spell or something. I guess I can show off both. It kind of doesn't matter. What's another couple poems in a stream series like this, right? Okay, so we'll do Natsuki, then Tiff first, and then we'll go back and do Tiff and then Natsuki. Let me drop a save, I guess. Natsuki first. Okay. Cry. Did I really get stifled just like that? Passion? Yeah, she jumped. She's fine. Anger. Let's see. Twirl. And Kitty. Vanilla. Just keep her jumping. Go. I don't want this to take forever. Oh yeah, cute. Let's go. I was on a streak there for a second. Games. Sweet. Whatever. Twirling with anger. That sounds like Natsuki for sure. I know Scrunchy's not her, but she still jumps. It's fine. We've probably even got her already anyway. Whatever. Giggle. Mouse. It's kind of debatable whether it's like a computer mouse or just a regular mouse. Mice are kind of cute. Some people think they're creepy, but others think they're cute. Yeah, she jumped for pen, for sure. Say, well, like, Marshmallow and... Does the whole literature club jump for literature? Well, I guess we'll never know. Okay, so nothing's going to be different for the first day because, like, it's just default Natsuki first day. But whenever we pick Tiff for the second day, when she revisits the manga closet, it will change the interaction. Thing is, they both ended up, like, just kind of a bit substantial, so it's like... It's more than a few lines. I was like, alright, why not? Why not? Because it'll take time, Hallie, that's why not. Maybe I wanted to take time, dear viewer. Just zip it on through to poem game number 2. I wonder if it would have been faster to just rig the code so that the persistence were set the way I needed them. Alright, so now I need to pick Tiff. That's rap, vocal, Stifle. I think Stifle was her, but I double clicked because I'm crazy. I just got done, like, playing Fire Emblem for the week, like, half an hour ago. And, it isn't getting any less scary. Still fun, though. Just scary. I should focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. Everyone. Let's see, lyric. Bow. Oh, she didn't jump for Bow. I'm stupid. Why did he jump for Bow? That's weird. Maybe I should, like, fix that. Whatever. It's fine. I can write Tiff poems. Don't worry about it. Form. Rhythm. I don't know about any of these ones. How about Sincere? Yeah, Sincere is her. There you go. Draw. And then Ponytail, yeah. I mean, she does have one. Equality. Heyo. Freestyle. Okay, there's our Tiff poem. Now we'll see what happens whenever we approach the manga closet. I don't know, it's skipping unseen. Right, good. Okay. You go spend time with Tiff on not day 1. Okay, so if this interaction happened before, she's barely within range when Natsuki suddenly pops into view.
Hey, what do you think you're... Oh, it's you again, Tiff. Hey, Natsu, I just need to get a book out again. It better not be one of mine. Of course not. Why would it be? I don't know, you seemed pretty keen on borrowing Parfait Girls. I would never do that without your express permission. Well, what is it then? Well, just the same reference material as last time, so don't worry. Fine, just take it, or whatever it is you need.
And I think it's normal from there. She grabs the dictionary and it proceeds like usual. There you go. That's how that happens, if you do it that way around. Okay, back to the first poem game. Now we write for Tiff first and do it the other way. So let's see. I forgot all the Tiff words, even though I just wrote. Is this Blaze You? Oh yeah, I guess so. Rain. I've written so many poems. They just all blur together now. Nervous? I think Nervous might be her, yeah. It's freestyle, yell. Do the Tiff / Natsuki scenes affect what we're looking for with Monika and Shiro? No, it just, things with them change if you don't do theirs at the intended time, basically. And we won't need to go any further than that, like I said. That was the last of, like, the substantial things. It's just, it works better to do Natsuki and Tiff early, so that, because Monika's has to be on day 3 for hers to change, is basically what it amounts to. Oh, mother. There you go. Link. Fat. She do have them fat hips, I gotta admit. Was Solitude you? Yeah, Solitude was her. Gotcha. Hazy. Esteem. Moving right along here with this Tiff poem. Won't you be glad we won't have to write any more poems? This will be the last of them too, so it's like, okay, don't sweat it. But she still jump for Emerald? Yeah, she still likes green. It's just not her preferred green. Harmony. Loud. Oh, that was you. She still jumped. Sound words, man. Yeah, whatever. There's our Tiff day 1. Tiff, day 1. Go get Knots day 2. Day 2. Day 2 Notski. Day 2 Notski for more rare text. Oh, it's getting so long. Fortunately, you only really get long stretches of skipping like this if you somehow screw up what you're doing in the first place. And I think it's not very easy to screw up what you're doing here. It's like you either commit to a person on their routes or you don't. And I think it's like intuitive enough that you would. Like the person you side with in the argument might throw some people off a little bit, maybe. Is Shiny you? Yeah, it is. It is Natsuki we're waiting for. Let's not forget. We gotta wait for Natsuki. Yeah, she'll like this enough. Ribbon 2. So I'm saying. Oh, there's Twirl. Is Precious you? Nah, Precious was you. She still liked it though. How about perfume? Good enough, whatever. Shopping. Oh, there's Puppy. I just saw it. Dang. Puppy would have been a better one. Nightgown. Boop. Mouse. Yeah, I think we pretty well got it at this point. She'd probably like ponytail. She's got kind of like 2 of them. Well, I guess they're more pigtails than ponytails. Whatever. Sticky. And I think kisses her too. Yeah. Romantic words. Promise? No, I promise you. Don't you dare steal this poem, Sayori. Don't you dare. Okay. Alright, now what happens when you do it the other way around? Alright, so Natsuki's outburst startles me out of my seat. I look around to see what the trouble is.
What do you think you're doing?
I spot Tiffany to the closet door. She must have surprised Natsuki.
Hey, Natsu, sorry to bother you again. Don't call me that! Are you back for the thesaurus or the thesaurus or whatever? It was the dictionary, and yes. Fine, just take it and go. You better not grab anything else in there.
And that leads into Tiff being like, well, hey, don't accuse me of theft, please, thanks.
I wouldn't dream of taking your manga, or anything else of yours for that matter.
And there you go. I can't remember exactly why that one changed, but there you go. That's what happens when you do those things those ways. So we want to side with Shiro here, so we make sure we get him for the weekend. We'll also write our glitch poem for him to get him 2 points. I can't remember the hierarchy when everybody has like 1 point. So we're just gonna make sure he has 2. Alright, Monika poem. We didn't think we'd be writing another Monika poem, but here we go. Star-crossed. Literature. Let's see. Hole in wall. Aware. Did Shiro also jump for aware? It's a little scary, isn't it? Eternity. No, that's a Yuri one. Monika still likes it. Serenade? Yeah, serenade. Meta. Meta is a word I should probably remove from the pool, if only because of how much it messes with Baker's diction later. Does Monika jump for heart? Because if she doesn't, she should. Okay, good. She jumps once. Complete. Yeah. Let's see. Think lyrics. There's lady. Ponytail. Of course, it had to go to the person with the original ponytail. Clarity, I think, is also her. Yeah, there we go. How's about... Is constant her? Okay, he also jumps for it, but yeah. I guess we won't find out why he jumps for constant for quite a while. Piano. It's just right there, chilling. Route. Yeah. This Monika component's coming quite nicely. Sentience. I always try to draw the line of distinction between sentience and self-awareness with the characters, because people tend to use them interchangeably, but that's not really how it works. Because, like, sentience is actually something all animals have, as far as I know. Maybe there are some weird exceptions out there in the animal kingdom, but, like, basically, sentience means you're, like, conscious and feeling. Plants are not sentient, for example, while most animals are. But, like, self-awareness, that's what humans have distinctly. Will the hard mode of Baker's Diction ever be available? I don't intend to increase the difficulty on any of the minigames. They are about the level of challenge I want them all to be already. We're never going back to the harder version. I guess you mean the one that Zero played back in when Act 6 was first released. I think that one no longer exists. But all that was really different about it was like the duration of time you had to work with and how many trays you had to get done. And you had to complete the whole trays, which was just a nightmare. But, you know, props to him for getting through it, man. He actually did pull it off. What was I writing? Monika poems? Love? Cacophony. Yeah, everything. President. Constant is a programming term, a variable you can't change. I guess it's not so variable. Hehe. I guess that's true. But so what happens when we take Monika for day 3? We could have gotten this alongside Tiff's additional dialogue here if I'd thought to do it on day 3. I just happened not to. It's mostly the same, honestly. You get to the end of it, and then...
Allie, I'm sorry, but I have to end the meeting or I won't have enough time tonight. And we can't do anything tomorrow because of the activity I have planned. If you'd only come around sooner.
Tough luck, Monika. If you pick her day 3, she just gets down on her luck because she can't even get more of a route even if she wanted to. By then. What are we doing? Oh, right, Shiro. We need to write a Shiro poem for the weekend. I mean, he is a horror, but that's not what we need right now. Summon the guy with nightmare. Nightmare. Hooray. Barbarian. Castle. Reality? Yeah, I'll jump for reality. Let's see. Business. Oh, there's business again. Lots of business in this one. And there's nightmare again. Lots of nightmarish business. Did he jump for sentience? No, he didn't. Independent. He'll jump for that. Oh, you jump more, though. Don't want to botch it at this stage of things. I don't think... Oh, there's strawberry. Let's go with misery. Yeah, he'll jump for misery. What obstacles him? Yeah. Let's see. I don't think he would jump for blanket at all. Where was he? But yeah, he likes concept. Okay. It's getting hard to remember. Some of these just overlap a bit much. Technical. High technical. Just like Francis. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. Yeah, he also jumps for variable. See? He jumps for variable for the same reason that he might have jumped for constant. Her first hangout is her bad one, with no chance for better days ahead. Correct. Exactly. Get wrecked, Monika. Is it scary that he jumps for infallible? You decide. Let's see. Combat. Oh, there's yet another business. 3 of them in there. Hacker. He's like, if the hacker man meme was overweight, it'd be him. Script. There, we got Shiro for... we got him his second point for the weekend. Sentience versus sapience. Oh yeah, I think that's a good point too. That one slipped by me earlier, but yeah, that's a good way of... maybe even a better way of putting it since Homo sapiens and all that. I too am familiar with the business. Yeah! It's a real nightmare right here. So, we got here without having done any of his exclusives, so we don't actually know about the games on his laptop, and that's what causes this to change. Is there anything I'd in particular like to do? I don't know. You have any games on this thing? Well, I could show you one of my projects. Sure, that sounds good. And that's all it changes. That's it. It's just kind of funny. Oh yeah, I guess this bit changes a little too. Let's see. Oh yeah, talking about Yuri. It's not like Yuri's ever going to play this thing anyway. You really like her, don't you? Is it that obvious? Dude, it always was. Ouch. Do you think she can tell I'm attracted to her? What does that have to do with it? Does it get any more different than that? Maybe not. There was more text than I realized. There you go. Alright, and because we didn't complete the thing. Yeah, that's enough socializing for one day. No sense exhausting ourselves. You're familiar with that kind of strain too, huh? I feel it after every D&D session with my pals. But hey, it's been fun. Thanks for having me over. No problem, dude. Come back anytime. I'm sure my social media will have drained in about a month or two. Yeah, see you around. I follow Shiro to the door and see him out as he leaves. I was pretty surprised by our visit today. Not just the spontaneity of it, but also how Shiro felt about the whole thing. I can relate to feeling isolated sometimes. Even introverts like us need some human contact every now and then. I wasn't too sure about him when he first joined the club, but now I've seen that he's just a normal guy like anybody else. He has his own stuff to worry about. He may not be the best fit for our group, but I'm happy to include him anyway. After all, I'm hardly a stellar example myself. I ponder these things as the hour grows late. I wonder if I could do more for him. But maybe just being an understanding friend is all he really needs. In any case, for now, I can only sleep. There you go. That's that. Alright, now let's finish Monika's route at long last. Get rid of this crap. Get it! Get her! There. So what do I want to do with Monika first, guys? Should I make a poll? I'm actually going to make a poll out of this crap. Let's see. Hold on, I'm going to start a poll. Okay, guys, we have... What to do? What to do? We got book and anime and video game, and then there's manga. Oh, I can't pick the fourth one. Oh no, why can't I do more than 4? Alright, fine. Somebody pick something. Pick one, and then whoever says it first, that'll be it. And then we'll do a poll. Somebody say something. Somebody. It's gonna take them 30 seconds to realize the poll isn't coming. Oh no! So a fun thing about this little sequence, pay attention to Monika's expression for each thing we do. For now, she's happy. She's doing all right. She's like, this is gonna be a fun time. Video games. Seth Cunningham coming in clutch with the video games.
A video game, huh? Sure, I'll take you on.
Take me on? You want a competitive game?
Yeah, let's go head to head.
Alright. Let me see what I have. Are there any games you already know how to play?
That depends on what's in your library. Even so, fast learner, so pick whatever you like.
We must spend time with Monika. Yeah, that's not specific enough, is it? No, it's not. Okay, I think this should be good. I take out a fighting game that's easy to pick up and play. In this game, the controls are the same for every character, so it's more accessible than most combo-heavy fighters.
Hey, that's the same game Sayori brought to the club a few times before.
She did?
Yeah, Yuri is astonishingly good at it.
This is all just referring to Interview Club and the melee controversy they have in that. Huh, I never would have expected that.
Me neither. Oh, but which version is this? It's not the one I prefer.
Not melee. We can play something else if you want.
Nah, I can take it. The versions aren't all that different, really.
I'd agree. Let's go. I pop in the game when we get ready to rumble.
I hope you're prepared to lose.
She's just mad. It's been about an hour since we started playing. The matches have been intense. Monika has mostly been ahead, but the times she's lost have worn on her patience. I get an unlucky shot and knock at her character, winning another battle.
Ugh, do you have to spam that stupid chance attack all the time?
Sorry, that's the gimmick. Once in a while it hits super hard.
But that's so dumb! How is it fair to have an attack that randomly kills your opponent?
Well, the heavy strike is really rare, so...
It isn't rare when you use it every other second! Couldn't they have just made it one big hit that isn't fatal? Jeez!
Maybe we should call it here.
No, let's do best of 7!
Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, go on.
No, I don't want you to get too aggravated. Besides, you won most of those matches anyway. Marth, I didn't hear anything, did you? Nor I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I did.
Oh, she wouldn't like playing against me. I'm a hero, man. God, that's even worse. He just literally pulls things out of his ass.
You're right, I'm sorry. Sometimes I let competition to get the better of me.
Why don't we try something less intense? Alright, so now she went from happy to like, now her eyebrows are just a little bit down. But now, the competitive mode is so great, lol. I love it too. Like, the Smash Salt moments of Interview Club are some of my favorites. It's so dumb. Alright, what do we do? We're gonna let this, it won't let me view the poll after it's done, will it? Because, like, we could just let the choices become a hierarchy, but it's only gonna tell me what won because the polls on this website are stupid. Board game. And I'm just gonna abbreviate board game to game, okay? We got book, anime, manga, and game. What are we doing, guys? Figure it out. I'm gonna sit and watch it. Wait. Oh, okay. Clicking on it stretches it back down. Okay, so we got some votes in. It's like what three votes? I don't even know how many people are watching right now. Let me look. It says there are 6 concurrent viewers. Oh my goodness. Is there any chance I could get them all to vote? Perhaps not. I don't know. People are fickle. We played one game, so only one game is left. That's right. Oh, looks like anime is winning out. People want to see the anime. We'll give us another like couple of seconds here. Well, that's yummy. We've got 4 votes, 4 out of 6. I don't even know if the other people will vote. I think 1 minute's long enough for that. Okay, we'll do anime, and then we'll do book, and then we'll do another poll for the remaining 2. Anime first. Boop. I think I can find a show you.
I'm not that into anime. But I'll give anything a chance.
Are you sure? We don't have to.
I trust your judgment. We can try whatever you please.
I look over my messy anime shelf, trying to pick a show that would appeal to Monika. She'd probably like something with a more serious angle, so... this should be good.
What's it about?
An MMORPG community that suddenly gets trapped inside their game all at once, and they have to fight their way out or die trying.
Sounds relatable.
I guess it can be if you're a gamer.
I'm no stranger to sandbox RPGs, but there are other ways it could apply to me.
I'm not sure what you mean. You wouldn't know, MC.
Let's just put on the show.
I slide in the disc and hit the lights. We take our seats and start the first episode. And now it's time to rip Sword Art Online a new one. So, what do you think? That bad, huh?
I wouldn't say it's bad, but I don't want you to feel insulted.
I won't take it personally, it's just an anime.
Alright, well, I guess it's just a little contrived. Like, I get they've been trapped in the game and if they die, they're dead in real life. But that kinda just seems like an excuse to have an edgy plot. There's a whole population of people stuck in there, but even an average gamer would have better instincts than this. Wouldn't you just grind up to max level on basic enemies? Who cares how long it takes when your life depends on it? And how do these headsets work such that they kill your body when you die in-game? Wouldn't anyone have got that sooner?
They should watch Konosuba. No, that's for Shiro to make fun of. You're right, it's pretty unrealistic.
Like you said, it's just an anime. Don't let me ruin it for you.
Maybe we should try something else. We could. Alright, the other one was, book. Book! We're gonna read a book.
Is that really what you want to do?
I guess in the meantime, while we're reading the book, we can, like, start the next poll for the next thing. And then The other options were manga, and game. Okay, guys, those are the only ones. You gotta figure that out while we're doing this thing.
Is that really what you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to pick something you'd like.
You don't have to suggest literature just for the sake of it. I have other interests too, you know.
Okay, then, what about poetry? I wrote a few more poems this week. Would you like to see those?
Sure, I'm glad to hear you've been keeping up with that.
Alright, let me dig them out. I scrounge up the poems I threw together over the course of the week. Man, even after sharing with the club, this is still a little nerve-wracking. We read one book, so only one book is left. That's right!
Don't worry, I won't, you know I won't judge you too harshly.
I don't think I know anything for sure.
Here, let me see them.
Monika takes the poems and slowly reads through them. She takes her time, considering each one carefully before moving on. I feel more anxious with every page she clears. Finally, she hands them all back to me. Now, even though this is basically the same thing we did with Yuri, she does not have quite as many replies to the types of poems that you can show her as Yuri does. I want to say her responses are probably more generic, because, like, I wanted to make sure that Yuri was favored over her. I couldn't really do it one way or the other, basically. Or, I mean, I could only do it one way or the other. I couldn't, like, give them equal weight. Okay, dare I ask?
I see you've been exploring the others' styles again. Though I guess you're still too daunted to try mine.
That's not true. You think I was mimicking there?
Calm down, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Your writing has really improved since you started. You've made amazing progress.
That's what she's supposed to say when you don't write poems for her. But, this is the route where we did, so maybe something got goofed up there. Might be a bug in the system.
Now, if you have a better grasp of things, I'd suggest you try to personalize your style a little more. It's fine to imitate others' writing, and it's a good way to learn what others do, or know what works and what doesn't. But knowing why a style works is more important than only writing based on observation. If all you do is parrot what you see, you'll never really have your own voice. For some, this comes naturally, and they begin to write in the way they're most comfortable with. For others, it's trickier to find that sense of identity. However, it's best not to force it. If you go out of your way to make your style unique, the writing may suffer as a result. So try to find your own groove, but don't try too hard in doing so.
Is that your writing tip of the day?
It sure is. Thanks for listening. Did you have any other poems to show me?
Nope, I'm cleaned out. I guess we need another activity. You know, I wonder if doing that thing we did just now with the rare text hunt, it changed the persistent variables for the... But those shouldn't be persistent variables. Why would they be? Hold on a second. I'm gonna go to Monika's exclusives and my scripts here and be like, what the heck just happened? Let me take a look here. Let's see, manga, video game, anime, poetry. Okay, yeah, she doesn't have nearly as much rules. It's like, oh no, it is a persistent variable. I must have changed it to one. Okay, I'll have to... I shouldn't base that on a persistent variable. I'll have to send that back so that, like, there's at least a non-persistent variable that matches it. Anyway, what she would have said is...
They were all excellent, honestly. You've gotten great at emulating my style.
And then he says, yeah, you think I was mimicking your... And then she just continues on like normal. Let's see. But yeah, it looks like she only says that if... Okay, yeah, there's one other thing she can say. If you wrote at least one poem for her, she'll say,
You've been branching out more. It's nice to see you try my style for once.
yeah. So they're all excellent if you've written only for her. If you've written at least one for her, she'll comment on it. And if you haven't written them at all, you see what we just saw. There you go. Shouldn't have used a persistent variable for that. Let's see. Was it keeping track with local variables or persistent ones? Our sidetrack might have messed this up. Correct, yes. We have gotten to the bottom of the problem, and I guess I'll be correcting that. But not right now. Okay, so who won this poll? Looks like Manga did. Manga won with 75%. We really don't want to play a board game, apparently. Oh, and now Monika's like, Before, she was like looking to the side smiling. Now she's looking to the side frowning. She's getting a little crestfallen here.
You're not asking this just because it's literature, are you?
Well, I know you like to read, at least.
True, but I am a bit like Yuri in the fact I prefer regular books. Though I won't turn down a manga if you recommend it.
I have a bunch to choose from. Is there a specific genre you'd want to see?
How about something with a little romance?
We persisted one variable, so only one variable is left. That doesn't sound right. Wait a minute. But if this messes up, like, her end of route thing, too, that could be really bad. Like, because if we get, like, her neutral ending instead of her full ending, we'll have to redo it. Oh, well, I guess we'll pay for our crimes if it comes to that.
How about something with a little romance?
Huh, that's limiting. Ah, I know, just the series. I check over my manga shelves, trying to find the novel that came to mind. I should really organize these someday. Heh a throwback to Natsuki's route. Monika speedrun? It might turn out to be one. Here it is. I take out the first volume and toss it to Monika.
Alright, the cover has me curious. What's this about?
It's the story of a young guy who gets murdered but reincarnates as a penguin to be with his girlfriend. That is Tuxedo Jin, for those curious. Or maybe Gin, I don't know.
Yeah, is she okay with that?
She doesn't know it's him. He has to live out the penguin's lifespan to become human again. Even if it's unintended, it's fitting that Monika would get upset that you interrupted her route. So he sort of becomes her pet and defends her from other suitors.
How funny. Okay, let's give it a shot.
We sit down to read the manga together. It's been a while since I last looked at it. Monika's a quick reader. I can barely keep up. We're most of the way through the first volume when a scene I forgot about comes up. It describes manga. What? Oh boy.
So, Hallie, does she often end up topless?
No, actually, scenes like this are pretty uncommon. They're not that uncommon. But, it does get a bit lewd at times. I can feel my face burning up. How could my memory betray me so badly? I have no idea what the poll is about since I just got here, but I'm picking game anyway. It was to figure out what we were going to do with manga for our last two activities. Say, why don't we call it there for now? Do something else. Like, anything else.
Well, it was still a cute story at least.
I take the manga back and stick it in a random shelf, hoping to never be reminded of this again. So yeah, let's look at our other options. We could, and now Monika's like just full on, looking at you, kinda sad. Why could she be upset? Well, you dear viewer, the thing is, I can't remember how much of this she goes over later, but basically, she kind of has the perspective that Dan does toward MC, that MC isn't really a character. Like, originally she thought she was the only person in this game, and the events of the original game kind of disproved that. But she would still have reason to doubt MC, because, like, he doesn't have a curve file. He is clearly more affected by the script than the others are, and a lot of the interactions she has with him in this route is kind of like trying to get a feel for just what is he? Is he actually a person? And the longer this goes on, and it's not just that these activities are disappointing, it's that she's coming to realize that even though MC has very limited characterization, he is his own person. And that's a problem for her because MC isn't the one she truly loves. See, that's not a good thing to find in the first volume. Sometimes the cover doesn't warn you well enough. Well, I'm sure there's like an age rating on there somewhere, but like, you know, when it comes to manga, that could mean almost anything. Try a board game?
A board game? You don't sound too sure.
I don't really know what you might be into.
I'm okay with board games, though I like some more than others. I'm rather partial to chess if you haven't.
I think I do. I'll try to find it. I carefully dig around in my closet, trying to keep the junk pile from emerging. Eventually, I find my old chess set and exhume it from its grave.
Excellent. Do you have much practice?
Not at all. I know how to play, but that's about it.
I'll try to go easy on you then.
Also, I was watching your Natsuki stream, and there at a point where you were talking about Natsuki mods or about some plots that are in Natsuki mods, and while I share that opinion, don't you think he had more to say, I guess.
But, yeah,
Let me guess. You're good at this, too.
I'm not a grandmaster or anything.
While I approve Dan's approach to MC, it's kind of hard not to write MC in these kinds of mods as anything other than a blank slate. Yeah, it's understandable. It's just like, I respect him saying that. MC really isn't meant to have a character, per se. He is supposed to be as blank slate as possible, but he is still, like, bare bones there. He has his interest in anime and manga and stuff. And that, like, it's also kind of characterizing him, how he reacts to characters and things. He's kind of just a wet blanket at the end of the day and a real normal person. And that's why people are able to imprint on him so easily. But you can't really say he has no character. Anyway, I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
It's only a friendly game.
I already feel anxious while setting up the pieces. There's only one way this can possibly go. It's been a couple rounds by now. I don't know Monika's skill level, but she's dominated every game so far. We were going to do best of 5, but I'm on the brink of death in our 3rd game already.
And checkmate.
There it is. Out of all the characters, MC is the easiest to warp around without feeling like he's out of character. That's true too, but I also feel like it's possible to get him wrong, because, like, I think the trap a lot of people fall into with MC is they kind of just make him themselves. Like a self-insert without meaning to. And that's perfectly understandable, but, well, whenever it comes to characterization, it's at least the way I try to analyze it, I'm always looking for contradictions. And MC has the fewest things to contradict because we know so little about him personally, but there are still ways you could, like, write MC that would contradict his canon characterization and therefore be out of character for him. It's just there's a much broader range of things available. Let's see. Came across a bit narcissistic, like you admitted. That scene where MC was making suggestions to Nazi was a dig at mods like Exit Music, which I also don't like, but it kind of feels a bit mean, don't you think? Well, yes and no. Like, I don't feel so bad slamming mods that were hyper popular because, well, they're like definitionally overrated. And I don't say that to be like narcissistic or anything either. It's just like, and it's not even to say they're bad mods. It just means they're not as good as people claim they are. And in expressing those feelings, I was also talking about like my disdain for those types of plot points. And I guess it's fine if other people find them compelling, but I really don't. So, I don't know. I don't know if you want to chalk it up as a tastes thing or whatever, but like, I feel like it's worth criticizing sometimes, and I'm not afraid to do that. I'm not going to shy away even if it makes me sound like I'm full of myself. It seems I'm no match for you.
That's okay. You really got me thinking a few times there.
Or how few? Once per game.
More often than that, some of your moves really surprised me.
Probably because they didn't make any logical sense.
Well, there's value in throwing off your opponent, too. Laying a careful plan to waste can be very useful in chess.
Oh, you're supposed to make a plan?
Any other board games you'd like to try?
Not especially. We could, and MC is finally out of activities. And for those, it's probably obvious and doesn't need said, but you do with Monika, each of those activities, they're the same 5 activities you do with the other Dokis on their weekend scenes, just not to the same degree.
Hallie, let me spare you here.
Is something wrong?
Not wrong exactly. You're a nice guy and it's been fun to spend time with you. But I think, how can I put this? We need to stop.
What do you mean? This scene changed a bit to make it a little less, presumptive of them being, like, together.
Like, we both know where this is going, right? The trouble is, it can't really get there. Basically, I don't want you to get the wrong idea about me.
Okay.
Sorry, I know this is confusing. Let me try to explain. You see, there's another guy I'm interested in, and I haven't really been able to get in touch with him yet. I thought a distraction might help me forget about it, but I don't think that's fair to you.
In other words, well, obviously she's interested in MC, or not MC, she's not interested in MC. She's interested in the player, but she doesn't want to use MC to get to the player. Oh no, we're being fired from the club. Yes.
I'd just be stringing you along if I pretend this is anything more than it is.
Oh, it most definitely is a taste thing, which I also share, but don't you think putting those criticisms in your mod is going to give the wrong impression? Like it's kind of you saying, hey, these things. I don't know. I mean, considering how many other mods just like outright glaze mods they like, I think it kind of balances out. Are dumb and my ideas are good and smart. You know what I mean? I mean, you can take it that way, but... well, it's like some of them are really stupid ideas, though. Like, Fist fighting Dadsuki? How, in what reality would that ever solve anything? That's just a power fantasy crap. And like, making him or Dadsuki like hyper abusive, it doesn't really fit with what we know about the game necessarily. Like, there is more room to interpret there for sure. I'm willing to put that one more in a category of like preference over execution. But like, beyond mere tastes, there are things you can say about things objectively, and I try to frame my criticisms in such a way. I guess, like, with the problem I have with Natsuki mods tends to be that they take a complicated situation and they boil it down to a simple solution that just wouldn't really work realistically, and I feel like that cheapens the situation. And I feel like that's a valid thing to criticize them for. And if they don't like it in my mod, well, you know, those people never liked my mod anyway, so whatever.
I just was stringing you along if I pretend this is anything more than it is. So it's not your fault, I just can't let things go too far.
Okay, okay, I think I get it.
Well, still really glad to have you as a friend, though. And I'm very thankful you decided to join my club. You've been fantastic, honestly.
Thanks. I guess you really were out of my league.
No, it isn't that at all. Any girl would be lucky to have a great guy like you. And as it so happens, there's one who already does. Make sure you treat her right. She totally deserves it.
And if you happen not to be with Sayori, her dialogue will suggest that you should reconsider going out with Sayori. I suppose. I just don't know what to say. I feel like I let you down somehow.
Hallie, you didn't do anything wrong. I enjoyed all the time we shared together. It's been wonderful to be your friend. I just think that's how we need to stay, alright?
Yeah, okay. Thanks for coming by, Monika.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I follow Monika to the door as she prepares to leave. Alright, moment of truth. Will we walk with her, or will she just walk away and I'll have to do all those poems again?
You'll see we get on Monday. I hope you're ready for something new and exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Glad to hear it. Until then.
With that, Monika turns and walks away, leaving me alone for the rest of the evening. Nope, it looks like we get to rewrite it. Although she's gone, I can't seem to stop thinking about her. I still don't know what to make of her. My perception has changed drastically over the course of just 2 weeks. Before, she seemed like an untouchable legend, a mythical person you could only hear about. Then, an above-average teen who could see her way through almost anything. And finally, a normal girl who wanted a friend just like anyone else. But a possible love interest? Apparently not. I don't know what's holding Monika back from the person she wants to be with, but she deserves to be happy even if I'm not the one who can do that for her. If a friend is all she needs me to be, then I'm okay with that. I will gladly continue to be part of her club. For now, all I can do is sleep. Boy, did I goof this up. Oh well, maybe we can look at Monika's, like, partial concern dialogue. Well, it's the kind of thing you want to discover for yourself before someone else does. Most people, I figure, wouldn't mix routes like this. Or, like, in the middle of one route, go start another route. But, you know, I shouldn't be using persistent variables for that. Monika, we're worried about you.
Aw, you're right about me. That's so sweet of you. Is it because I broke things off with Hallie? Because about that...
Used to be broke up with Hallie, but it really didn't make sense for her to be, like, breaking up with them then.
Just so you know, it wasn't you I was breaking up with, but him. Given his unique role in this game, I thought he couldn't possibly exist in his own capacity. But spending all that time with him, I saw that he does have his own traits.
Okay, yeah, so she does go over this here.
He's mostly a blank slate and easy to project onto. But you're not him, and he's not you. So don't take it personally that I got it short. You know, I thought having my own route would solve everything. That it was all I really needed to be happy. But while it was nice to have, and I did enjoy it, it doesn't fix anything at all. In the end, I'm still stuck here, just like everyone else. I guess it's how they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. But still, you don't need to be concerned for me. We'll figure out what to do about this. It's only a matter of time.
Okay, so, now I get to, like, go back and do it again. Why? It's my own dang fault. It's my own dang fault. It'll be fine, don't worry. We just gotta write 4 more Monika poems, that's all. Also, my phone alarm is going to go off in like a second here because there's an auction I'm trying to win on eBay. It might not even be viable by the time it rings. I just need to check it. I mean, it entirely depends on who you ask and what you like in a mod, not to mention the different interpretations you get from base DLC, even if some interpretations are just dumb. I mean, I guess. I think it's more like I'm just willing to, or more willing to take a hardline stance against ideas I think are stupid. Monica's are out, take 2. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. Writing. For Monica. Again. 4 more poems. Here we go. Nightmare. I know Nightmare's not her poem. I just picked it because that's how I feel. Cosine. Oh, yeah, there goes that thing. Alright, let's see if this auction is even still winnable. Because I'm not going to bid on it if it exceeded the price range I'm willing to pay for the thing. It's a Pokemon card item. It's the Prismatic Evolutions premium figure collection. You get like this little statue of Espeon and Umbreon. That's pretty nice. Looks like it went too high. I'm not willing to bid on it anymore. Alright, let me just click. Stupid internet. Alright. Don't gotta worry about that then. I am a very patient man. I will get it when I'm ready. I also have a bit of an unpopular opinion. If you're interested in hearing it, you are free to voice any opinions that you wish. As long as they aren't like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Well, what opinions are we gonna? I'm almost a free speech absolutist, but like if you're just gonna be like super insulting or something, that's pretty much where I draw the line. Just don't be rude, I guess. Not that I think you would. Monika, right. She doesn't even jump from the field. Dang it. I can do this. I can do this. Company. Edit. Together. Oh, that's you. Whatever, it's fine. She'll jump philosophy. I just want to get back to where we were, like, as quickly as possible. Judgment, leadership. Lady. Here's Sentience. DLC Abridged had like 1 or 2 good jokes in it, and it's not even that funny. That's a hot take. I'm not super fond of Abridged either. Like, it's fine. Humor is one of those things that I cannot feasibly criticize because it is 100% subjective as far as I can tell. Like, there are certain things you can do that make humor more effective and like land better, but outside of that, it really just comes down to what tickles your funny bone. And from what I saw of Abridged, I'd never really experienced it myself. I just know it was another one of those mods that was really popular and kind of shitposty. But like, knowing Kronos, it seemed like a lot of the jokes were just like kind of sexual in nature, and I'm just like, eh. Sex jokes never did it for me, not even when I was in high school. Monika, compete. Penance. Yeah, penance. We've probably got our assignment. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's Monika poem number 1. I looked away and it almost sounded like Monika was a poem word. I mean, in one context it is. But yeah, I don't really have any like strong criticisms of Abridged because like...
Wait, did you write this for me? Haven't we been over this already? I mean, it's nice that you want to spend time with me, but... Look, I'll play along, but don't expect things to be different, okay?
I forgot that happened. We found more rare text, guys! Look at that! If you do a Monika route and then start another one, she's like, what are you doing? You know where this is going. Oh, goodness gracious. Not at all intentional. But yeah, I never really had, like, strong criticisms of Abridged because, like, if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, well, you don't gotta play it now, do ya? I guess that's also true of other things, but, like, there are fewer objective measures by which you can criticize humor, is I guess what I'm trying to drive at here. All right, now once more with the you person. Tenacious, is that you? Oh, well, you still jumped. You're fine. Do-do-do. Everyone. Everything. Shamer? No, shame is you. Yeah, there was a lot of sex jokes and just a lot of Natsuri jokes as well, which got really annoying really fast. This is someone who doesn't mind sex jokes. I didn't expect to say that. It kind of scared me, lol. That's funny. Yeah, Natsuri is another thing I particularly don't care for. Probably because of Club Meeting Season 3. It just ruined it for me completely and totally. I will never be able to see the ship another way again, I don't think. But, yeah. Even though I'm not, even though I'm banned from, like, the main DDLC subreddit, I still, like, browse it every now and then. There are always people making, like, joke artwork of Natsuri, and I'm just like, ugh. It just turns my stomach anymore. What? Which of these? Valentine? No. She still jumps, though. It's fine. Lady. So, independent? Yeah. Why? What happened in Season 3? Oh, Season 3 is when they decided Natsuri was canon. And they have, like, the cringiest relationship you can possibly imagine. Like, I was willing to play it out and see how they handled it, and like, the short of it is I was not impressed. Why am I banned? Because I said things that were critical of gender ideology. They're real woke over there, or at least the moderators are. Delete. Let's see. Not sure any of these are Monika. Where's Ribbon? Yeah, she still jumps for Ribbon. Reality. I don't think any of these are Monika words either. She jumps for knife for at least once. Told someone that a person can't be non-binary, didn't you? Not exactly. I guess it doesn't quite matter. I mean, it's not like these things are quite so controversial now as they were back then. Basically, somebody, I don't remember what comment prompted me to say it, but I pointed out that if trans women were women, then they wouldn't be trans. And, like, it's not like I'm against trans people or anything. It's just that I think they need, well, not necessarily their own category. It's just they need to be real about what they are. Like, a trans woman is a subcategory of man in my eyes, because it's a man who, like, identifies enough with femininity that he considers himself, like, womanly. And while that's fine, I know it would never satisfy the wokesters, because, like, no definition would ever satisfy them, is basically what it amounts to. Because, like, categories are inherently exclusionary, and the whole thing is just about tearing down categories. But yeah, they didn't like my logic and decided I was a phobe. So please don't use the word woke. Is there another word I should use for it at this point? Teamwork. Oh, you jumped for teamwork? I need, like, one more good Monika word to make sure I've got her. I'm gonna save just in case I didn't. I think we did fine, but just in case we didn't. Constant. Okay, we got enough Monika words in there. She's fine. All right, zipping on down that Monika route. Monika, yeah. Don't pick the wrong thing there, or we'll do all of those poems again. Okay. Lady. Remorse. Edit. I don't know who would jump for this. Well, you at least jumped once. Club. Yay. Is it the first time we picked club for Monika? I feel like we just haven't seen it, or at least my eyes never landed on it. Contact. Oh, there's everything. Yeah, everything. Here comes the events. Oh, there's sign. Use that one. Lyric is Tiff, but I know she would still jump at least. Oh, it's escape her? Yeah, escape is her. Every once in a while, I forget a word is for a person, and then I see it again and it clicks. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why it would be for her. Entropy. Well, she still jumps for entropy. Let's see. Tone, yeah. Penance, yeah. Route. That's what we're trying to do. Let's see. Restitution. President. Refrain. Yeah, she's a job once. Good. Got another hop in there. Poetry. Emerald. Determination. I want to say determination is Yuri. Can't remember. It's a big long word. Skip. It took so long for me to understand what entropy means. I'm telling you. It's one of those words where, like, I can, like, remember it and what context it works in, but not necessarily its technical definition. It's kind of just like, it's summed up by, like, the phrase, how the cookie crumbles, is how I remember it. Entropy is peak word. Okay, so this is our last Monika poem, right? Yeah? Maybe? Also, another unpopular opinion I have is that DDLC Vigilante is just meh. I used to have a better opinion of it, but then it kind of dawned on me that, yeah, it is kind of meh. I wouldn't say it's a bad mod per se, but it's not that great. Like, I'm remembering back whenever Fit Marshmallow was still hanging around my Discord, he was playing it to review it, and like he talked to me about it a little privately, and like his problem with it was similar to mine in that, like, the characters were kind of watering down versions of themselves and didn't really, they kind of felt more scripted and a little less natural is basically what it amounted to. And I think from how he was talking to me about it, he also felt that that was how my mod was. But, you know, he had his own opinions about everything in the first place. Anyway, yeah, Vigilante. Could be better. Like, Zero's pretty good about keeping them in character, but not necessarily, like, making them believable as characters. The MC in that mod is literally just Zero self-insert. Yeah. Yeah. And he also tends to, like, make Monika into a Mary Sue, which is annoying. Which is understandable because, like, Monika's his favorite, but I don't know. He can't quite do enough to combat his own biases, I think. Also, it kind of doesn't help that he was writing by the seat of his pants. He's admitted on streams before, I think, that they never really had a plan. It was just going to go as long as they felt like it would, and that's part of the reason why it's a pretty incoherent story. Because, like, they're literally just going step by step and seeing where they end up instead of, like, planning ahead. Sign. In fact, I'm even willing to say that Monika is also the self-insert of his girlfriend, Monika. I don't know about that. Based on what little I know about 3 Monika 4's personality, she's actually quite different from DDLC Monika. Like, she uses the name and all, but the differences are stark, I would say. Monika's a perfect infallible girl. What are you talking about? I know, right? Whoops, my mistake. What was I thinking? You can't improve on Monika. She's perfect in every way. Guilt. We getting there, Monika. We're almost there. We'll see your last route scene so soon. Oh, so soon. Nothing? Oh, yeah, she jumps through everything and nothing. That's right. I don't know if I muted in time to stop that burp. I hope so, though. It kind of like went like right in the mic. Be wary of writing a girl you have a crush on. You're going to make her overpowered more than you realize. Yup. And if you're able to like put aside your biases and not write a character in line with them, then you know you've kind of made it as a writer, at least I think. Because like sometimes you're playing a mod and you can tell who their best girl was and who their least best girl was just based on how they're acting. Like if a person likes Natsuki, she's less likely to be horrible. And if they dislike Yuri, she's more likely to be snooty. That sort of thing. But, you know, even though Yuri is my best girl, it's not like I went easy on her in this mod. If anything, her route is, like, designed to keep you from doing the things you meant to with her. There, we got it done. Okay. At long last, we're coming up on the end of Act 5. We can roll on into Act 6. And I guess we'll probably be starting Act 7 next time, not this time, because getting through the mini games will take a bit. Act 6 is generally an hour long, even if I'm not commenting over it. I don't know if I'll really have a whole lot to say about Act 6, but I guess we'll see when we get there. Oh yeah, we gotta get through these things again. See, there we go.
They were all excellent, honestly. You've gotten great at emulating my style.
You think I was mimicking your...
Oh, God, it's nothing to be embarrassed about.
If you played the Fruits of Grisaia, the inspiration for the Fruits of Lich Killer, you'll hate that mod a lot more. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That Fruits is just like less good Grisaia. And I've also heard, in that similar vein, that Blue Skies is just less good Katawa Shoujo. But I've never played either of those, so I can't really comment. I was annoyed by Fruits for other reasons. With that, Monika turns and begins to walk away. Before she gets too far, I call out to her. Monika, wait!
Allie, what's the matter?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to leave it at that.
Doesn't feel right? Well, it's not like there's much more we could do today.
I know, but I don't want to let you go. At least not yet.
Then why don't we walk together for a bit? We can chat if you want to, or just enjoy the scenery.
Okay, that sounds fine to me. I set out to walk beside Monika. I'm not even sure why. So this is a rare moment of MC, like, exerting some will. Because the way this route goes is kind of like how we saw it last time. Monika turned him down. She's not a potential love interest anymore. So, like, as far as, like, the visual novel's rails go, this would have been where he had to get off. And, like, the ending we got last time, I guess technically would have been the real ending. But MC, in this moment, he says he doesn't even know why he's doing this. But it's like, there's just this little spark in him that lets him go with Monika and continue past where the script normally would have allowed. Now I'm all for experimenting and trying things out for practice, but I can't see any world where Fruits of Grisaia and DDLC mix with each other. What reasons were they? Oh, my criticisms of Fruits? It's like, let me try to remember. At least on Monika's route, I was really annoyed. I think Monika's route is the only one I've really seen a lot of, because I saw Zero try to Let's Play it, and he was getting annoyed too. But, like, they tend to make it more about MC's kick punch spy action power fantasy than the girls. The girls are kind of just accessories to his story. And like, I remember in one of the scenes in Monica's route, he was like, I try to show Monika how to make a fist, and then she closes her fingers over her thumb, which is completely wrong. And also, I don't think Monika would be that incompetent, but like, he tended to, from what I've heard, Fruits tends to make the characters less awesome, except maybe in Yuri's case. I hear she does some crazy stuff with knives at some point to fight people off, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's mostly stuff like that. I also remember there was one, I think it was a flashback scene where somebody had gotten a car crash and they had gotten cut on the glass because like a shard had hit them in such a way that it was like fatal or near fatal, I can't remember. But the thing is, car windows are designed to shatter into like little tiny bits precisely so that doesn't happen. They're not normal glass. I think it's tempered glass is what it's called, but whenever it breaks, it does not turn into deadly shards. That's so that plot point didn't make any sense. And like broad strokes, it's like I've heard there's misogyny problems in there too. I don't really know. I'm just not really a real big fan of power fantasies. It's a form of wish fulfillment to me, which grates my nerves. That's the broad strokes. I would have to like get into more specific stuff and nitpick it for others. Also, it was another one of those like overrated because way too popular mods. But that's not its fault. That just means it's overrated. I set out to walk beside Monika. I'm not even sure why. It's not like I have a chance with her, but it feels like the right thing to do. We head down the street aimlessly. It's a lovely, temperate day. And yeah, also, since he's like going off script here, so to speak, there's no music for this until something emotional happens. Just like earlier in there when she took him away from where they were, air quotes, supposed to be. Monika's stride is long, but she paces herself, so we travel at a fair speed. We walk in silence. It seems as if she doesn't have much to say. Although, this may be the perfect time to ask her my question from earlier this week. With everything going on, it had almost slipped my mind, but now... Hey, Monika, could I ask you something?
Sure, what do you need to know?
It's about Sayori. When you talked to her last week, what did you tell her?
That's kind of between me and her. Did she mention anything specific?
Not much, just that it was some advice she didn't like.
I see. And she refused to say any more?
Yeah, she gave the same excuse as you, actually.
That's just between us.
I don't think popular equals overrated. I know that's not what you're saying, but not all popular mods are overrated. It's a weird balance, because, like, the definition of overrated means it's just rated more highly than it actually should be, or theoretically would be. But yeah, I would say some mods have certainly earned their popularity, and I wouldn't say they're overrated. I guess maybe an example would be club meetings in the early days, but back when I still liked it. I would even say it's probably a little underrated. I don't know. It's kind of hard to gauge those on like an objective level. It's like, what metric would you even use to measure it? My metric is, do people keep bringing it up and never shut up about it? And man, was that true of a lot of mods.
Well, if she was unwilling to tell you, I don't think it's my place to share. If she wants you to know, she'll open up about it, but what little she did say is basically true. I'm not proud of having given that advice. I was wrong. She and I both know it. And it's not exactly my only regret these days either.
So that's it, huh? You're just going to leave me in the dark? The DDLC community has not been the best over the years. If you don't like the current in thing, you're going to have a bad time. Boy, howdy.
Sorry, I only want to respect your privacy.
Right. Then what about you? You said it wasn't your only regret, so what else is bothering you?
Well, I'm not sure I can tell you that either. But for totally different reasons.
This conversation was about something else entirely in different versions of Act 5. But the other version I'm reserving for Act 8, like I talked about with Sayori's happy lines, replacing her... I'm like blanking on words today. Her resentful lines from this version. Basically, whatever. You only get this conversation while her guilt is still applicable. Does it have anything to do with that guy of yours?
You could say so.
Do you want to describe what he's like?
I don't think I should.
Is it anyone I know?
Nope. Someone you couldn't possibly have met.
And you're in love with him?
Absolutely.
Then what are you waiting for? What's keeping you apart?
Well, it's complicated. For one, we're physically separated. I can't go directly to them. And for another, they know some things about me that aren't too great.
Monika notes in the original game that she doesn't know the gender of the players. She just calls them male by default. But here, I intentionally have her use they, them pronouns because she doesn't know. And MC just kind of assumes it's a guy. So he's still using male pronouns even though she's not being specific anymore.
And for another, they know some things about me that aren't too great.
Let's see. Now, MC, can you grasp what the third dimension is if I tell you? They live in 3D space, is my interpretation. Really? You of all people.
There's a little devil inside all of us, Hallie.
And what? This guy has seen yours?
In a sense, yes. I did a few things I'm not proud of, and they know about it.
You don't say. Do you mind sharing?
I do, but we don't have to drop the subject.
I forgot to end the poll from earlier. There, now it's over.
Hallie, may I ask you a weird question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I hope this makes sense. What would you do if you did something horrible to someone you know? But they didn't know you were the one who did it to them.
How horrible are we talking here?
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10? A 12.
Yikes. Monika, this sounds really serious.
Please don't sweat the details. Just, what would you do?
Well, what am I trying to do? Make it up to them?
Yeah, how do you make amends for a wrong they're unaware of?
If they don't know about it and they're fine now, then what's the harm?
The harm is up here, Hallie.
Oh, guilty conscience.
That's an understatement.
And your guy knows too? Huh. I can see why this is problematic. If you wanted to do something nice to balance it out, it'd only seem like you were being kind. Without them knowing, any gesture would be meaningless. And if you told them, are you afraid they wouldn't forgive you? You're afraid he won't forgive you? Yes and yes, basically. Well, Monika, I know it's scary, but I think you have to tell them the truth. You can't get this off your mind without confessing what you did. And you'll have to face the consequences, for better or worse.
I wish things could have been different. But it had never happened at all. I'm such a fool. Such a colossal fool. I guess what frightens me the most is that nothing would ever be enough. When you do something so despicable, so unforgivable.
Hey now, unforgivable. If this is how you truly feel, then it's genuine remorse. That counts for something, no matter what you did. I don't know who you hurt or how badly, but if you make it clear to them, then I'm sure they'll understand. If only there was some way we could... Oh, hey, Act 6 is coming up. Yeah! They may not forgive you right away, but they'll see that you know you were wrong. And you still have a chance to make it better. I mean, it's not like you killed them or anything. Ha ha.
That outlook is reassuring, Hallie. I can only hope it's as you say. I think you're right. I'll just have to face the music. I was planning on telling them soon anyway. But I feel more prepared now, even though it'll still be enough. Or tough, rather.
I'm certain you'll feel better once it's over. Do right by them and you'll see.
Thank you, Hallie. I'll do my best.
And hey, I bet your guy will forgive you too.
What makes you say that?
Because if you're really in love with him, then he must be someone truly special.
Yeah, they definitely are. Well, Hallie, looks like we're finally here.
Eh? Here?
This is where I live.
This house background is unused in the game files of regular DDLC. And I decided it would be Monika's house, because we never actually see where she lives. I'm comparing the previous T2 versions right now, and I see you made a ton of changes to these dialogues. A ton of small changes. Yeah, a lot needed to... I really did, go over quite a bit whenever I made the X7 update. I think it was necessary.
Thanks for walking me home, Hallie. And thanks for the advice, too. I really needed it.
Anytime, I guess.
I can see why the others like you so much. If nothing else, you have the heart of a saint.
Gosh, I don't know about that.
Have a good weekend, Hallie. I'll see you on Monday.
Wait, what was in regular DDLC? This background, it's just not used. This background is always handy for place you haven't been yet. Hehe. Well, I mean, it's a house. It's not, can't just be any place, but I'm surprised more mods don't use it. It's just right in there. Monika waves farewell as she steps into her house. I guess it doesn't quite match the style of the others, like maybe it was a beta prop or something. But, yeah, I make my way back toward my own, reflecting on our conversation. What could she have done that she regretted so much? And to who? And this person she loves, would they really understand? I can only speak for myself, but thinking about what she said, she can't have been lying. She wasn't faking her confidence. I think I just saw the real Monika, a normal girl who's as lost as anyone else. I wonder more about her as the day winds down. I don't know if there's anything I could do for her situation, but if listening and understanding help, I can at least be there to comfort her. If she ever tells me what happened, I'll have to decide for myself. But as long as she's sincere, then I'm sure she didn't mean it, no matter what it was. Monika, you don't have to hide your heart from me. Alright. So one last little bit of dialogue from Monika here.
Is it because I broke things off with Hallie, or the guilt that's been weighing down on me?
Yup.
As for my guilt, that's what next week is about. I couldn't explain the full scope of it to Hallie. He wouldn't believe me if I tried. But you know everything I did, so I doubt I have to tell you. I understand if you don't trust me enough to believe me when I say this, but I'm terribly sorry for everything that happened. The things I did to the others are unconscionable. I thought they weren't real, but I couldn't have been more wrong. And so the suffering I caused was real too. When they have the epiphany, it will all come floating back to them. But it's out of my hands now. I can only hope they'll understand, and pay whatever price they see fit.
And then she says that other stuff. Alright, Monika, it's finally time. Yes, let them have the epiphany. Goodbye, Act 5. Goodbye.
Alright, here goes nothing.
So this situation here, although I think they changed the dialogue to make it more reflective of it, but this is meant to imply that the timing of whenever these transfers of presidency occur is at the same time MC would have been writing a poem. Also, I added that little saved thing so people know the game is saving and they don't have to worry about, like, the HUD disappearing. And the mod said, let there be light.
Hi, Holly. It's good to see you again. And you know I mean you, right? Gosh, I'm not sure what I want to tell you first. Well, for starters, thank you. I'm so glad you decided to go along with us. The whole reason we brought back the game was so you could have fun spending time with us. I was worried this might be a bad idea since we don't want to mess anything up. But I guess you really want to help us out too, so again, thanks. Also, in case you couldn't tell, Monika's plan worked! Making me president gave me a second epiphany! And now I know all the stuff you got up to, though I was paying pretty close attention anyway. Did you notice? You know, I only went through this past week once myself, but I can still remember everything, and I just gotta say... Wow! I can't believe you went back forever out! I hope you had fun. You made them all so happy! Even though you couldn't really help us with our problems, we all appreciated it, trust me! And I'm so thrilled you took my route as well! I tried not to drag you down too much. Did you enjoy the time we spent together? I sure had fun regardless, so thank you very much! Anyway, we're here now, so that's what's important. The others should be here soon. I came in early so I could talk to you. I think Monika said she'd try to be early as well. I'm a bit surprised she hasn't shown up yet.
I tried to have a lot of fun with these scenes, because this is really the first time, well, I mean, not the first time for Sayori, because she talks to you at the end of the first game, but this is like the first time in this mod where they can like have a conversation with you that isn't filtered through MC. So it's like, it's kind of interesting that they can like check in on you here, like you, the player.
Hello, Sayori. There she is.
Not so thrilled to see her.
It's great to see you too. Gosh, you sure seem to be in a good mood. How can I not be? It's the first time since the game started that I haven't been president.
Sorry, it's 5 in the morning. Of course, no one's here yet. It's not that early.
Everything feels normal to me again. It's almost nostalgic.
Yeah, actually, this would be like their regular club time after all the classes and stuff. If it was the early morning, I would have used the early morning club room background that we got from Plus.
Well, don't get so excited. This isn't supposed to be a vacation for you. Right. Sorry, I was only making the most of it. So, how are you feeling now? Did everything go all right with you becoming president? Yeah, it happened last night. I think it was when Hallie would have been writing a poem.
There you go. I lay it out so it's not so subtle. It's more significant for the other Dokis who haven't had epiphanies before, but it's meant to show that like time has passed and it's not like 1 second ago they found out and now they're talking to you.
It's a lot less of a shock when you've been through it once before. I was just telling Hallie I'm glad about how much fun they had with everybody. But I was wondering, is it okay to talk about meta stuff in front of Hallie? I don't mean Hallie, but my childhood friend Hallie. That is a little confusing. We may have to address the name issue at some point.
Yeah. Yes, it's nice to let them talk to you and say hi before everyone else shows up. They each get that one little moment where they talk to the MC, or like the player rather. They're specifically not talking to the MC because he's not even in the room, as we find out in a little bit.
Where is your friend Hallie anyway? He hasn't come in yet. He seemed really off this morning. He barely said anything to me. It's like he was half awake. He was a bit unresponsive like that on Friday as well, huh?
So this is like a bit of a weird reference, but the way I imagine MC gets during the times where he's like the off script like this. I don't know if anybody remembers the movie Click, but in that movie, I can't remember. Was it Adam Sandler? I don't know. But like he had that magic remote that could affect reality, and if he fast forwarded, he could get past certain things. But like during the time so he fast forwarded, he was just like kind of on autopilot. That's how I imagine MC is whenever the script doesn't have control of him or whatever he's supposed to be doing. Just not the life of the party. Really going through the motions.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think it's because we're off the script? Seems likely. I never quite understood how it works, but they must be connected somehow. Is he gonna be okay? I don't want anything bad to happen to him. We have a lot to figure out. Hopefully we can do something for him too. For now, I'd avoid mentioning anything too strange around him.
Like they did on that Friday, but it was fine. He didn't notice.
Hi, Yuri.
Hello. I wasn't expecting anyone else to be here yet.
That's right. You're usually the first to arrive, huh?
What can I say? I like it here. Oh, but we're doing something else today, aren't we?
That's right. Siri gets to decide what we're all doing together. You didn't forget, did you? No, I didn't forget. But I might have been a bit distracted.
She forgot.
Take your time. We still have to wait for the others to arrive.
She just reacted that way because she's still like mad at Monika.
I don't think they're far behind. I saw a few of them in the hallway.
Hi, guys.
Oh, ugh.
Excuse you.
Jeez, why were you just standing in the doorway?
Why weren't you watching where you were going?
Hey guys, can't we all but chill?
I can be perfectly chill.
I'm not sure you even know what chill is.
You want to say that again? Okay, that's almost everybody. We're only missing.
And there's the first time you see him. Changed over to his canon-ish, not really, sprites from his fanon-ish sprites. I do like this design of MC better from like the sketches from Plus. But he doesn't quite have the range of versatile movement that the other sprite did. So I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do with his sprites when he becomes more relevant. He will eventually become more relevant. Well, sometimes you wake up and write a poem about breakfast. These things have a way of working out. Yeah.
Great. We're all here then.
And that moment's just supposed to be like super awkward. It's like he just lurches in. People say that's the hentai face, that expression where like his eyes are gone and it's a little dark. I haven't watched enough hentai to cover that, or to speak to that either way. So, you know, I feel like people who call it that are telling on themselves.
So, Sayori, what activity did you pick for us today?
If only someone who knew their way around programming could put his brain back in. Maybe, like, someone who makes video games and is in the video game? Is that what you're suggesting, Agent Gold? That maybe some guy could fix some other guy?
We're gonna play, Oh, I've got it! We'll play Hangman!
So it was kind of just a funny choice for me to pick this in the first place. But now that Monika has this like situation with Monika in this version of the mod, I feel like it's kind of just like her throwing this in her face even just a little bit.
That's the best he could come up with. That's not even a literature activity. Well, I'll pick vocabulary words and stuff so it's more relevant.
Fan and MC sprites feel so much more MC to me than Canon MC. I gotta admit, it's true. He really grew on me for a while, and I think it fits well, but I can't just not use that whenever it's like the closest thing to the source material I have. Hey, now, that's putting words in my mouth, words I couldn't find on my own, apparently.
I'll pick vocabulary words and stuff so it's more relevant. It's a literal hangman.
It just makes it even worse.
Literal? Don't you mean literary?
Yeah, literal, let's go.
I try not to make Sayori too dumb, but it's so fun. It's just so fun. Guess 3 out of 6 to pass. I also had entirely too much fun making this cute and mysterious executioner. So, hangman. I forget what the most common words are. Why don't we just, like, slap some vowels down until we get them? There's gotta be more than that. Let's see. See. No, it couldn't be what I was thinking of. How about R? Okay, there's an R in it. What about L? This is probably the common word. Or letter, rather. P? We're not doing very well. Oh no. I'm gonna throw a C in there. No, there's no C's either? Goodness. Hentai usually have the male character's face not drawn, normally by obscuring it with his hair. It avoids getting focus away from the fairer sex character, I guess. I don't know. I'm not into that stuff. I want to get this right, even though I don't have to. N? Okay, there's at least an N in there. There's probably a U. Oh, okay, here we go. Ah, it's unrequited. There we go, we got it. Sayori is not hanged today. Should I hang someone just for the heck of it? I should at least hang Shira just for the heck of it. You know what, why don't we just show off the animation? Oh, I can't just pick the same one. The ZYXWVT strategy is not very effective. I don't honestly recommend it. I think... I can't remember if it resets immediately if you get 3 wrong. Oh no, I'm just so bad at hangman, guys. What's the other least likely letter? J, maybe? I'll call it out as soon as I see it, but it'll be 30 seconds delayed at the very least. Indeed it will. Indeed it will. Feel free to guess anyway, I guess. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, it's like, oh. Maybe I should get at least some of them right. That doesn't matter if we get them all right. It would only trigger a variable that I can set on my own anyway. This is the development copy. Oh. Is it restitution? It's gonna be restitution. There you go, MC. Bung, 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 bung. I had a lot of fun animating these minigames. We're not going to hang the black person, okay? We're just not. Unless we get it all terribly wrong. We're not gonna lynch Tiff. Oh, and I did, I forgot I changed this, but I did. I made sure that their hangman words are their poem game words. So this is understanding because it's one of Tiff's words. Okay, now we can still do Shira. I'm going to hell for this one. He's too heavy, it can't lift him.
You did it! Yay!
I like how Natsuki's chibi doesn't look like she understands what is happening while she's up there. They just sit in the nooses like swings, and it turns what would be a horrible thing into something cute and fun.
Okay, that was more fun than I expected.
Yes, good pick, Sayori.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you mentioned that. Or glad you enjoyed it.
What is wrong with me?
That's all I have for you today, so, glad Christmas. Remember, Yuri, it's your turn tomorrow, so do your best to be prepared.
Don't worry, I already have an idea for what to do.
Yeah, me too. I'll be ready on Wednesday. Glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to what you come up with. Me and Cheer will go on Thursday and Friday, right?
Indeed.
I'll try to narrow my ideas down to just one by then.
Better to have too many than too few.
I'm sure it'll be great no matter what you do.
Okay, see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, bye. And then things get a little dour.
Yeah, there they go. No clue what's in store. Are you sure you're okay, Sayori? You're not just pretending for my sake, are you?
This, like, actually makes her angry.
No, Monica. If I was having problems, you'd be the first to know. Well, this is definitely going to be a much bigger deal for the rest of them, so... Yeah, it's too late now. We'll see how they take the news.
Sayori does not think they'll especially well take the news.
But before I go, there were a couple things I wanted to try. What do you mean?
So, one of the unfortunate things about, this version over the other ones is that, like, while Act 5 Sayori is going to have, like, her playful fun lines restored, that's not really going to happen for Act 6 because Act 6 is just going to remain in a vacuum the way it is. So, this part is just going to be, I mean, it's still kind of playful and fun, it's just the tone is a little different when she's doing it to pick on Monika.
You know, just president stuff. Sayori, what are you thinking of doing? Please don't try anything strange. The script is tenuous enough as it is. Oh, it's nothing huge. What are you afraid of? Sayori, I don't... What was that, Monika? I think you should... You were saying? Go on, spit it out. Be messing around with... It's alright, Monika. Take your time.
And then Monika just catches on and just... People say this is a resting bitch face, but it's just fun.
Are you using the pause feature? How could you tell? I can see your expressions changing instantly.
Basically, Sayori's moving around. Or at least having her... I guess it would be weird, but like you could imagine this in reality, just like skipping, like pausing a video and like skipping ahead a couple frames. And that's how it would look to Monika, how Sayori's expressions are changing there. I don't interpret the game as being 2D. I think the game is just like showing the gist of what's happening, and like with the poses and things, it's not necessarily that they're all standing around like cardboard cutouts. I think their reality is more complex than that. But anyway, it kind of doesn't. I guess it still works either way depending on how you interpret the game. But whatever.
Calm down. I'm just having a little fun. Hold on. There's one more thing.
Renpai make cupcake. Unknown command make.
Oh, that didn't work. What are you doing now? Are you trying to use the console? Maybe like this instead.
Renpai create cupcake. Unknown command create.
Sayori, please stop. I don't want you to break anything. Just a sec. There's gotta be a way to...
Renpai write cupcake. Cupcake.object written to the base directory. Let's check out renpai.cupcake, dear friends. Why not? We can look at some of these things. So cupcake.object, it registers as a 3D object, but if you, how do I do that? Can I change the extension of it from right here? If you change this into a text file, well, let me do that. I don't think it will. Not on this computer. Oh no. I can't remember how to change things without just changing their names. How do I change the file extension of this thing? If you make it into a text file, it becomes something. I guess I could just tell you what it is. I feel like I watched a cartoon just like this once. I don't know what cartoon you might be referring to. But anyway, if you change cupcake.obj into cupcake.txt and open it up, you will find the ingredients that the insanity core of Portal talks about when you're holding it. Like all the cake ingredients that it would put into something that would actually make quite a lethal cake. It's just a text file that lists that quote. Like, so whatever else changes, do not remove the do not ever remove the cupcake moment. I will never remove the cupcake moment. It is here to stay forever.
It worked! But where's my cupcake? You were trying to spawn a cupcake! No, I did spawn one! I just don't know where it went. Why would you do something so reckless? Do you have any idea how badly you could screw things up? I don't know, Monika. I think I have a very clear idea of it. Is it scary knowing someone can change reality at will, and there's nothing you can do about it? Maybe if you were a bit more careful, you wouldn't have so much to worry about. Sayori, look.
Enable find name extension in the view tab. I don't know how to do that. There's a view tab. Hold on. What view tab? Is that like in properties? No, that's not in properties. I'm on Windows 10. Send help. Maybe if I change it to, well, if I change it to open with Paint, that's not going to matter. It's, or not Paint, I mean Notepad. Don't mind me.
Sayori, look. I can tell you're still angry at me. I noticed how you've been cold lately.
Step 1 is to install Linux. Shut up, AG.
I'm not saying that to accuse you. I know that I deserve it. But I'm trying my best here. We wouldn't be doing this if I wanted to hide from what I did. I can't even begin to say how sorry I am, because I'm not sure how to put it into words. Out of everyone I hurt, you must have had it the worst, and you're one of, no, my absolute best friend. I don't know what it will take to fix things between us, or if it's even possible. But I miss you. I've lost something so precious, and I only hope you can see that I regret it.
These are not crocodile tears. This is, I added a sprite for Monika crying, but this is not, she's not faking it for Sayori's sake. This is like a moment where she actually does almost get through to her, but she can't let go of her resentment, just not yet. And that's why she reacts like this.
Right. We have a tough week ahead of us. The others are going to need our support. I hope you'll do your best for their sake, if not mine. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see ya.
Conflicted bun is conflicted. Alright. Club President set to Yuri. Snap out of it, Yuri. Oh no. She's opening her third eye. And her fourth, fifth, sixth. Eyes. 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 Crimson eyes at that. Actually, I don't know if that color is crimson.
So, you've been watching the whole time? I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. This is also insane, unimaginable.
The eyes, they see.
I don't think things were like this all along. And not just this, but your previous playthroughs. I hope I didn't scare you too much when I mean, it wasn't my intention to. I wasn't myself, and I mean, I was just losing control. I never wanted to.
I loved using, like, the transition out of the sync animation to add, like, a little emphasis to this line. Like, she's, like, a little desperate to convince you that Act 2 wasn't what it appeared to be.
Oh, I'm sorry for putting you through all that. You probably think I'm crazy, don't you? Although, it didn't stop you from trying my route. So maybe you know I'm not really like that. Oh.
Hey, Yuri.
Sayori, I'm so glad you're here. I saw what happened to you and...
Oh, Yuri, it's okay. I'm fine now. You don't have to worry.
Oh, even so, I had a feeling you might be depressed. I should have been more supportive. I'm sorry.
Poor thing can't see that we totally understand. Yeah, she can only see what happens, not how we reacted to it. Of course, there are plenty of people who think like, no, that's what she's really like. No, I think those people really didn't understand this game that well.
There's nothing to be sorry about. I tried to keep it to myself. If anything, I'm more concerned about you right now. Are you doing okay? How do you feel?
I'm still shocked. I never expected any of this. I'd say I can't believe it, but the truth is all around me. I can feel this world's fakeness. It's so utterly artificial.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's alright because we're both here for you.
We?
Hi, Harry.
Monika.
I imagine you probably have a few things to say to me.
Oh, you have no idea. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts. We may need to have words later.
I understand completely.
No, Monika, I don't think you do.
She just puts her in her place.
Well, I hope you know that I...
Save it. I don't want to discuss it right now. The others will be here soon, and we'll need to start the meeting.
Well, Yuri, if you need support or you have any questions, we're right here.
What could I even ask? All has been revealed to me. It's painfully clear. I have memories that don't feel like my own, experiences that seem like they belong to someone else. And yet mine are the same. It's so odd, stranger than any book I've read, wilder than any fantasy. How can I come to terms with it? This truth refutes everything I ever knew.
That's how I felt too. It does seem like that at first. I want to say get used to it, but that's not really the case. At least it won't be this way for long. You'll still remember, but things will feel just like they used to.
I have greater concerns than that, but now is not the time.
Yes, we'll have the chance to figure this out later. For now, it's whatever activity you picked.
Intelligent to omniscient is a difficult transition. I would say so. Although I wouldn't really say they're omniscient. It's like they don't know everything about the game. They just know everything about what happened. Like, whatever monitoring kernel access involves, I guess it just like gets them up to speed on what they need to know for the game to function properly. I mean, it clearly tells people what happened because Sayori knew after she got it. I just kind of view it as like a big flood of information and an awakening to like a consciousness of what the game is running and what it's doing.
Correct. As soon as the rest arrive.
Hi!
Heyo.
Sorry for the delay. Dots. Yeah, I use that term a little tongue-in-cheek for humor, an extra punch.
There we go. So, what did you come up with for us to do?
Well, after Friday, I was a bit inspired by how Monika combined her piano playing with literature. Thinking with that angle, I came up with this little game. I call it Word Cutter.
And they're just like, oh, really?
Here, let me show you how to play.
Cutting board. Pair up the fragments to make words. Clear 3 sets to pass. So the fun thing about Yuri hopping around down here is sometimes she hops like perilously close to the edge of this knife. But anyway, this one, I like this one. It's like a little puzzle thing, but there's really not much to it. Vacation. Mystic. Together. To get her. See, this should be defeat. This one used to be harder when they would go upside down. I decided that it was a little too much when they could like full tilt. They still turn on a wide range, but they're never gonna go completely upside down. Oh, that's not battle? Oh, it must be combat. Okay. Fret not, words do not bleed when cut. Pixels don't either, usually. If they do, that's more pixels. Yeah. This would be sorcerer. Fireball. Ambition. Purpley. Cloud's family. And Castle. There we go. Look how close she gets to that knife, man. Ugh. Clumsy. Let's see. Ponytail. They got horror. You would think this could be sticker, but no. This ER is somewhere. Oh, it's not sticker. It's lipstick. Sticker's not a poem word. Giggle. Fun thing about how I use these poem words, they're actually distributed evenly throughout the games. Like, any of their words can appear in Hangman, because they all have their regular words, and MC uses Monika's words for himself. And this one, I can't remember exactly how I divided it out, but like words of a certain length are in here, while words of that were too short ended up in Baker's diction. And like the minigame that kind of breaks the trend is Tiff's, because Tiff has to pull from like whatever. I just made whatever rhymes I could out of poem words, and the only ones I left out were ones that like I just couldn't come up with rhymes for, or were too obscure. Sticker should be a poem word. I mean, it could work, but like I feel like it would have been a poem word for probably like Sayori or Natsuki, and I wasn't about to add any words for canon characters. Opalus. Computer. Let's see. You might think this is a fire word, but no, it's Alburn. Hawker. Oh, this must be Fester, yeah. Lonely and clever. There we go. Hop, hop, hop. I see cosine. Peaceful. Very... I don't know. I want to say it's variance. Where's the ants? That's ants, not ants. It might be... What is... Oh, no, there's the able. I'm so dumb. It's fine. Don't worry. Pretense. Pretense. I was looking for pretend, but that's not one either. Devotion. Universe. Serenade. Accent. Oh, and they do, like, I think they cheer for words that they like. I can't remember if I set that up or not. Like, if just Shiro go for treasure? Okay, no, it still isn't that way. I think I couldn't quite figure out how to make it work like that. I want to say they each cheer for 2 of the pairs, but the pairs don't necessarily match up with them. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to do that. It was kind of like an extra thing I could have added that I ran out of time to and wasn't important enough to like try to crunch into a release, because all my releases were on like anniversaries. Some part of me wants to unhelpfully call out incorrect combinations of word pieces. It doesn't work as well through 30-second chat delay as it does in person. I wonder if I could like, could I do like ultra low latency? I usually leave it off for YouTube. Hold on a second. I don't think I can turn it on. Oh wait, is it a stream settings thing? I'm on stream settings. How low can I get this latency? It's on normal latency right now, but it's like DDLC. I guess I can't change it midstream because the options are not highlighted. I'll have to look into that though, because this computer is more powerful. That's the whole reason I started streaming on it in the first place with Plants vs. Zombies. So it might be able to, we might be able to cut down that stream delay to something manageable.
You solved enough of them, thank you. Just click this when you're ready to go.
Should we complete it? I don't feel like we really need to.
Oh, okay, thank you for playing.
It's still cute how the chippies cheer. Thanks, I like their cheering too. They're cheering for their own words. Treasure is a canon word. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I did set it up correctly then. I could have sworn treasure was Shiro.
Okay, I had my doubts, but that was pretty fun. Yeah, that was a great game, Yuri.
I'm happy you enjoyed it.
Although, I'm a little curious. How did you come up with this?
So, like, the self-aware characters are obviously conscious of what Yuri's doing with cutting. But Natsuki, well, like, you can kind of go off of her statement in Act 2 where she just outright accuses Yuri of it, that she knows, but, like, I want to say she only suspects. She's still kind of like Act 1 Natsuki, so she doesn't really know, and she's, like, good enough friends with Yuri at this point that she wouldn't just, like, trot that out there unprovoked or whatever.
Like, you said you were inspired by Monika's hobby, so...
You see, I have a blade collection at home. I'm very fond of knives. So since Monika had us playing words on a piano, I thought we could try chopping some up.
Oh, alright. I was worried it was because, you know what? Never mind. It was a cool idea, so good job. You better be ready for my activity tomorrow. Is it gonna involve baking? As if I'd spoil it. You'll just have to wait and see. I hope it does. Your cupcakes are the best. Don't just assume I'm cooking for you. Aw, come on.
I'm sure it'll be a great time regardless.
You know it. So are we done for today?
Yes, you may all go. Thank you for attending.
Cool, see you tomorrow.
Away they go.
Yuri, did you still want to?
Oh, yes, once the others have gone.
They all left. The coast is clear. Whatever you need to talk about, we're ready.
Sayori, I wish to speak with her alone.
Well, okay then. I'll leave you to it. You're only going to talk, right?
Sayori.
Okay, I'll go. Whatever you have to say to me. I'm sure I deserve it, so please let it all out. Don't hold anything back. I won't make excuses, so just let me have it.
It's a little confusing to me. I recall it so vividly, that dreadful week. I felt like I was losing my mind, and I couldn't understand why. Do you have any idea what it was like for me? Day after day, feeling my sanity slip further beyond my control. I said and did things that I would never dream of. I became so manic that I harmed myself beyond recognition. I became so obsessed that he was all I could think about. I remember how it felt, stabbing a knife into my own heart. Ending my life, just to silence the screaming in my head. And yet, you know what you did was wrong. You understand your mistake. And you want to set things right.
If there's anything I can do, just tell me. All I can say is that I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Yuri. The things I put you through were truly horrible. And if I'd known, if I'd only known.
Yes, if only you had. It's difficult to say how I feel about all this.
How didn't that feel anyway? It freaking hurt, that's how. Oh, there was this time I did a self-aware dialogue of Yuri. And I followed a similar pattern to what she said here. I posted it as a custom dialogue. I don't remember what the title was. Otherwise, I would look it up. But it was on the main sub. And, like, at the end of it, Yuri was like... she put on her yandere thrust. And it was like, it was a thrill. I can't remember the wording, but it was funny to me. Like, she was so exhilarated killing herself that way.
You did such terrible things, yet so unwillingly. Perhaps it would be easier to express this way. That's for driving me insane. And that's for trying to make up for it.
There are a lot of things that pop into mind that would be fun to write, but they're strictly abridged series-style comments. They never fit in the real work, nor should they. Yeah, I certainly feel that way. And, like, I'm willing to stray more from characterization when I'm just out to make a joke. But anyway, some people think this moment is hokey, but I've seen other people say it's like their favorite Yuri scene in any mod ever, so I'm like, I'm never going to take it away. Plus, it was a real pain getting this sprite thing to work, because basically I had to set it up so that Yuri's head is a separate sprite from the rest of her body, Yuri's head and her arm, and that's what let me put this part in front of Monika and the rest of it behind Monika. Also, I borrowed this hand from Sayori, and this hand looks a little weird, but that's because this is like the hand she uses to hold the knife as she's driving it into herself in Act 2. I just like edited out the knife and tried to make it look somewhat natural with her curving around Monika's shoulder. It's weird. Just if the longer you look at it, the worse it gets, but it works for what it needs to, I think. Yuri Hug is the best. It's looking better than it did originally. That alone makes it worth keeping, I think.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish with this plan of yours, but I appreciate the attempt all the same.
I also tried to keep it brief because long hugs are weird. There have been so many times where a mod will be like, we hug for like, I don't know how long, so many minutes. And it's like, buddy, if you've ever hugged anyone for more than like 10 seconds, you know how awkward it gets. But like, also, it looks a little weird when Yuri is like talking to Monika in a still frame, like that close to her face. It's like kind of intimate and strange.
But I appreciate the attempt all the same.
The visual hug is great for pacing too, so you don't need to describe it through the text or the box. Yeah, definitely. Definitely better shown.
Thank you for being understanding. I'll do my best not to mess things up again.
Just don't forget that you aren't alone. I know you were missing that context before. But we're all friends here, and we care about you too.
Yuri, you're so gracious. I'm sure I deserve way worse than this.
There are a lot of people who think Yuri is like being too reasonable here, but I honestly think that she is the one who would be most likely to react this way. And like, the thing is, how do I want to say this? It's like, the reactions to Monika in the fandom have always been pretty diverse. And like, like that poll showed earlier in the mod, like about 3/4 of people just forgave Monika regardless. So I was like, I don't think it's out of the question for Yuri to forgive her too, even if Yuri was like a victim of what she did. And like, this is part of where it's important why the timing of like the poem mini game and like them having a day of school prior to the club meeting. It's that Yuri has had time to think this over, and being like the kind of introspective person she is, you know, she could probably get a heck of a lot of introspecting done, even just in like the few hours of class before the club started. So for her to come to this conclusion, I don't think it's really that outlandish. Each character's reaction seems on point to me, plus the detail that the reactions get more extreme as the week continues. Yeah, there's that, well, not necessarily, kind of. Like, Sayori's reaction is certainly more extreme than Yuri's, but Natsuki's is like more extreme than both of theirs. And then, you know, Tiff has like a different take on the situation, and then, well, Shiro does his thing. But like, even back whenever Sayori forgave Monika, I do think that's like a valid interpretation. It just works a lot better for this mod in particular if she doesn't. And I also think it helps that, I've talked about this in the Discord before, but you know, stream commentary and all that. It illustrates like the range of reactions to Monika. There's the Natsuki outrage, there's the conflicted Sayori perspective, and there's the understanding Yuri perspective. And I feel like that helps too, because like, well, people like to have their opinions parroted back to them, which is an unfortunate truth. But the thing is, having it this way, it kind of covers all the bases. So no matter how you felt about Monika, there's at least one Doki here who's going to represent your perspective and how they're handling things here.
That's all right. I think everyone should get a second chance when they make a genuine mistake, however large it may be.
I'm so relieved. I don't know what to say. Just thank you. I promise I won't let you down again.
Well, I certainly hope not.
Everything okay in here?
Sayori?
I wasn't eavesdropping, I swear. I was only waiting on the hall. Did you two patch things up?
As best we could, yes.
All right, good to hear. Now we just need to worry about Natsuki tomorrow.
Yes, I can't imagine she'll take this quite so calmly.
That's why I placed her third. Hopefully she can cope better with all of us being there for her. I may have hurt her the least, but I know how volatile she is. Yeah, if anyone was going to flip out on you, it's her.
Don't look forward to too much, Bun.
Natsuki's a good person at heart. I'm certain she'll come around, eventually.
Well, guys, I appreciate your support. This is already going better than expected. After tomorrow, things should be a little smoother. It's not like Tiff and Shiro were harmed by any of this.
Even so, we'll stay on our toes.
Right, we'll see this through together as a club. Thanks again, guys. Your optimism is encouraging.
I think this is enough for now. Let's head home and get some rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
Boy, do we ever!
A knowing look at Monika as she says that, and Monika just sinks down. Alright, so I think that threshold crosses the save. If we stop it here, we should start with this animation next time. And that is going to do it for this stream. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you next time with the rest of Act 6 and a bunch of Act 7, I guess. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.